Alright, so we're going to log into the library, and now Eddie will be an option in our user drop-down list. Right now he doesn't have a password, but we're going to go ahead and set a password for him. Alright, or Eddie's going to set his password. Go ahead and click Login. Alright, now if Eddie wanted to set a password on his user account, what he would do is go up to the big A, Author Options, User Details. Alright, notice here there's a change password option. So the administrator doesn't have to deal with passwords if they don't want to. It can be managed by the user. Alright, so let's go here to change password. The old password was blank, but we can enter in a new password if we want to. Go ahead and type something in here and hit OK. And now Eddie can set his own password. He can also change it if he wants to. Alright, now if Eddie forgets his password, first we'll make fun of him, and then we can clear his password for him. Alright, let's go here to change user password, and we can enter in a different password if we'd like to. Or notice here, clear password. Alright, so on the user tab, if you select your user and then hit clear password, either yourself or the user can now change the password to a different one. So if they've forgotten it, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to log into, say, SQL Server and try to figure out how to clear passwords inside of the database tables. You just go here to Users, Clear Password, and then you can enter in the new password, or Eddie can enter it again from the user options. Alright, so Eddie's in the library. Let's go to his executive team folder here. Now he should be able to create content now inside of this folder. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's call this the month-end summary and click OK. Alright, so Eddie can create content in here, and if I open it up, notice how there's not the words read only. So Eddie also has modify rights here as well. And just to make sure, let's check that he can delete objects. Yes, okay. So happy with our security rights so far. Now let's go to an area that he should not have modify or delete rights to. Let's go to any other folder outside of the executive area. Alright, so notice how it says read only here. We've given Eddie list, read, and publish rights, but not modify and delete. So he's going to see read only in the banner here. Now he can reuse these objects in his books, but he cannot modify or delete them. Okay, so he can drag and drop in these objects into his new books that he's working on. He just can't change their contents or delete them from the library. Alright, now notice too that Eddie can view all of the folders in the library, and this is because we've given him the list permissions to those folders. Now let me go back and show you what would happen if we take list rights away. Let's go back to the administrator, security, folder action permissions, groups, and let's select executive. Alright, now remember that folder I was talking about yesterday, Z unused, where you would hide away unused object templates that come with your library by default. We don't want to delete those templates because they're very helpful for referring back to or duplicating as necessary. So we're placing them inside of a folder and then hiding users' permissions to that folder. Alright, so to hide their permissions, you would disable the list option for that folder. Alright, that hides the folder, and it hides the folder's contents from the user. So they couldn't reuse, they couldn't search on that content, they couldn't see it at all. Let's be Eddie and see if I remember the password. Okay. Alright, so notice now Z unused is missing from his folders list. He wouldn't even know it was there or that there were objects that have been hidden from him in the library. Alright. Using the list option is going to be very helpful for you if there's areas of the library that may be confidential for certain groups. For example, if your human resources group is logging into your Author@. library, generally human resources information is not very public information, so you would remove the list rights for every user who was not in the human resources group.